Good evening, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for watching TCM as 31 Days of Oscar, our annual salute to the Academy Awards, continues. Today, we're presenting Oscar-nominated war movies. We begin tonight with a movie that dominated the 43rd Academy Awards, winning 7 Oscars, including Best Picture. From 20th Century Fox in 1970, George C. Scott commands your attention in Patton. A larger-than-life figure in the Second World War, General George S. Patton was an undeniably brilliant and egotistical officer, and also indispensable to the Allied war effort and eventual victory in World War II. Such a commanding figure from history demanded a commanding performance, and George C. Scott pulls it off masterfully. Scott doesn't really play Patton. He manages to absorb the role to such an extent you might forget you were watching an acting performance. You will forget. Like most Americans, I imagine, when I think of Patton, I don't see the general's face. I see George C. Scott. The film immediately connected with critics and audiences. That might seem a bit surprising for a war picture released while another war, Vietnam, had the nation divided. Patton picked up 10 nominations. As I already mentioned, it won 7, including Best Picture, Best Director for Franklin Schaffner, and Best Original Screenplay, which was shared by Edmund North and Francis Ford Coppola, the young writer-director's first Oscar. Since then, Coppola has won 4 more Academy Awards. George C. Scott won the Best Actor Oscar, but famously turned down the award. Scott had openly expressed his disdain at the concept of actors competing for awards, and he skipped the ceremony. From 1970, also with Carl Malden and Stephen Young, here is George C. Scott leading the way in Patton. As fantastic as it is to watch Patton on your home screen, it can't duplicate what audiences in 1970 experienced in a movie theater. As George C. Scott emerges on an empty stage in front of a giant American flag, it's as if he is right there addressing the audience as if they were his troops. Francis Ford Coppola, who won his first Oscar for co-writing the Patton script, originally wanted the Star-Spangled Banner to play as the scene began. He thought it might jolt moviegoers into standing up out of their seats. Perhaps wanting to avoid that particular bit of audience participation, the producers of Patton chose another song to the colors instead. It's the bugle call played when the flag is ceremonially lowered. Scott objected to the decision to kick off the film with the speech, which was originally supposed to come after the film's intermission. Scott feared the rest of his performance would be diminished should it follow that electric scene. Scott needn't have worried. The speech worked to kick off the movie, and his performance is etched into the collective psyche of classic movie lovers. Coming up, the Vietnam War scars the lives of 3 Pennsylvania steelworkers. A Best Picture winner from Universal in 1978, The Deer Hunter, is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, The Deer Hunter, then Das Boot, and later They Were Expendable. We leave no Oscar behind tonight.